Hey, what's up guys? RC Hobby Steve here. Today we have a different viewing angle. I am using my GoPro to record this video as my phone is currently charging. I couldn't use my phone at the moment, and I did pick up some stuff at the hobby store today. Just two simple items that I needed. So I went ahead and went to the hobby store to pick those things up. So yeah, I have it right here to show you. Today's video I'll be working on the Axial Wraith, by the way, and we'll be changing out a very specific item that you'll see in this bag. Now you probably notice I don't have the Mamba X ESC in here anymore. I did switch out to a Holmes Hobbies ESC. Same Rock 412. I just have to do some adjusting and tuning just to get it right, and I did move my battery to the front. I do want to do some mods to the frame itself, probably cut out this section right here so that way I can lower the truck so that it has a cooler stance to it but still the same amount of flex. Just remove the shocks here, and I made these temporary plates that I still have to cut holes into for the front and the back, so that way I can lift it at least an inch and then bring the suspension up an inch. But I can't do that because the servo is interfering with this front bumper here, so I might just cut into here. I'm not planning on putting a winch on this thing anytime soon, so if I do, I can always find a different spot for it. But that's not going to be in this video. That's probably going to be at a different time. So in this bag, shout out to my hobby store, Turn for Hobby Town. Thanks to both Mikes at the shop for helping me out. They took their time to make sure I got the right gears, the right stuff. I was looking for a 32 pitch gearing, but with the transmission I have, I needed like a lot of parts and stuff, and I wasn't trying to spend that much. So the owner Mike did suggest this because I did want a steel spur. So he had this one with the slipper unit in it. I have seen people use this in the past, so we're gonna install this. It's Robinson Racing. So my plastic gear, spur gear, did strip out, as to why you haven't seen any trailing videos. I went to test it out with this new setup and stripped out the gear. So hopefully this will work as I was told. If not, it's okay. I have a spare gear which I can probably trade with somebody for something else. Anyways, this was for my SCX-10-2, which is the gray one down there, if you guys can see that. I ended up taking the body post from that truck and using it with the red Cherokee that I have because the magnets weren't holding the body down good enough. So I ended up having to go to the hobby store to re-buy this so that way I can start using that truck again. So thankfully they had it, decent price, $10. So I'm happy I got this again so I can start using that truck. Alright, so this is going to go to the side, and I'm going to get the transmission out and we shall continue from there. Alright guys, so I was able to remove the transmission, and in the process my motor wire came loose. I have a really bad soldering job here, so I ended up firing up my soldering iron, my really cheap soldering iron. That's why my soldering job is so bad, but I fired it up so I can do it afterwards, have it prepared for off the camera. It was fairly easy, was able to take it out with no problems. So yeah, so you can probably see the teeth are perfectly fine until you get here. I don't know if you can see that really good, but it's flanned all in the middle, so that has to come off. So I'm gonna grab my 2.5 just so I could back this out. Now, I never worked with the 48 pitch gears before, so I don't know how an 88 tooth and a 20 tooth is going to work out, but let's hope it does good. Alright, so I'm going to need wheel wrench. Take this out. You can already smell the burning scent of the soldering iron. Okay, spacer nut. I don't know if I'm going to need that back piece. I'm going to say I'm not going to need it. Alright, that piece just slides out like that. Alright. Alright, so let's open up this. Have some cool Robinson Racing stickers. Sticker pack, which is pretty handy. And now let's open this up. Oh, okay, cool. So I have the gear itself, pretty freaking huge. It has its own slipper, so I'm gonna see how that functions. Alright, instructions: remove all parts of input shaft including cross pin, replace in order. Stock plastic spacer. Plastic spacer. There's no plastic spacer. Alright, new aluminum spacer. Stock cross pin, new aluminum back plate, new hex slipper pad, and steel spur gear. So I'm assuming it wants me to use. Alright, let's take this pin out. It's fairly small. Slide this thing in. Surprised, there's no other spacer. I want to say it's that, but I'm not exactly sure. I think that's just a piece that belongs in the middle. That's in there. Pretty good. So, let's see how this goes. It's my first time doing this. Oh wow, this is actually broken. Alright, so that's just great. Let's use this right here. So this piece is actually broken, so I have to be careful not to lose this. Stick this in here. Carefully. Oh, I lost it. Alright. Let's see. Stick this inside. Gear is definitely interfering. There you go, it's pushed all the way out. Alright. So the gear is in. Turns pretty good. I'm gonna put washer. Let's just put this first. Washer. Then the nuts. Let's hope all goes well. So actually I see some rubbing. So before doing this, I don't know what happened in here, but I'm gonna actually burn this off because it seems to be interfering. Alright, let's see if it turns better. I want to get it right the first time. Alright, so put this back in. Let's tighten this up. It smells plastic now, it's just disgusting. Alright, fully tighten. 1 quarter. Should be good enough. Just to adjust this really quick, I'm gonna move the pinion down so that way it's properly aligned. Right about there. It's perfect. Let's make sure that's nice and tight so it doesn't back out. Alright. So I need the perfect amount of mesh between these two gears. Seems just about right. There, perfect. I don't know if you guys can hear that little clicking. Oh yeah, spins nice and good. Alright, so now that I got that done, I'm going to solder up the back of these connectors so that way the wire doesn't pop out in the back, and put this back in, and we're gonna test it out really quick just to make sure everything dries properly. I do have a small pile of rocks on the side. Test it out right there, just so it has something to climb on. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I already finished the soldering job on the motor wires, so that way it's a little bit better. None of the solders touching each other. I know I had that problem. I do definitely have to go to the hardware store, which I probably still have enough time to do that. So I'm going to try to finish this video up so I can get some shrink tube to put over this just to protect it a little bit better. And I definitely need some more zip ties. Anyways, the gear fit on perfectly as you saw. So now I did test it out before just in case nothing messed up on video and I had to do some extra work. So I'm going to test it out on my small pile of rocks. Make sure it's nice and smooth with that Holmes Hobby system in it and the Rock 412. So as you can see, it drives really good. So I have no complaints. I just have to lube up some of the parts on some of these metal parts on the axles, because I hear a lot of squeaking. I need to check those bearings out, make sure everything is lubed up, and those gears too. So I'll probably do that, put some lube on the gears. And yeah, so if you did like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I do have some more videos of this truck coming up. Now that I have a durable gear on it, I will be posting up some trailing videos. So I'll do my best. Maybe tomorrow, it being Saturday today, this video probably won't be posted up today, maybe, because I just finished. I'm in the process of uploading my Axial Wraith servo upgrade video. It's in the process of uploading to YouTube as I make this video. I completely forgot to upload it this past week. So yeah, look forward to that video. If you've already seen that video, this is the update to that. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.